What up? This is Moetown Lee, and this is every ATLien is the star with BLK FRVR. Man, so I came to Atlanta January 2nd, 1998 and fell in love. Never went home. Went on to do a bunch of parties, manage A-Ball and MJG, work at Interscope with so many artists, created so many dope Atlanta relationships. And then the process started a little festival. You know what I mean? With my partners, Jay Carter or Nike, Steve Canal, we created a little Atlanta festival they call One Music Fest. So, you know, One Music Fest was like the brainchild of Jay. And Jay had this idea, you know, we were all doing parties. He was like, yeah, man, I want to do a festival, like bring something else here to the city. He created this team, me and others, and you know, we did it, man, and started in the parking lot at King's Plow first year. But when we think about One Music Fest, we think about like every year you'll see that it has somebody like artists from Atlanta. You'll have like, you know, just different people that mean like, it ain't just like, okay, let's just throw like the biggest names on this. You know what I mean? It has to mean something to the city. Not only are we about the culture, we're about like the family, we're about the brand. We're not just doing it to make money. So you'll see like a Greg Street produced set. You'll see a Big Facts with Scream and them, and you'll see, you know, 1079 or like, you know what I mean, somebody that actually is from the city. One Music Fest, if anybody attended, it just feel like a big family reunion.
Yeah.
And so that's what we, you know, always wanted to put out there.
Like, what does it take for somebody to take an idea and to just make it come to life? Like when it comes to One Music Fest, like talk a little bit about the grind and the effort that it took to get that off.
You gotta have a plan and a passion. For instance, you know, to be honest, like day parties in Atlanta. Day parties in Atlanta, me and my friends started the day party in Atlanta. We actually went to, it was CIAA. We went to CIAA and they were doing a bunch of parties in the daytime, and we was like, we should do this in Atlanta. We literally came back, linked up with some other friends, and we created the day party in Atlanta called Sunset Lounge. So when we started doing it, other people was like, that's kind of stupid. But then when they saw the success of Sunset Lounge, instead of them like just continuing to applaud it, they like, that's a good idea, I'm gonna start doing that too. The key to business, to black business, is having a hell of a team. You can't be the owner, the coach, the player, the role player, the trainer. You gotta have a team, man. Once you put that team together, man, and trust in your team and do what you have to do. Once you have this idea, just put your team together, man, and pursue it and do it. But make sure it's something you doing, not because, all right, this dude making money, I know I can do it because I'm smarter than him. That's not gonna be a good basis for starting any business.
Why do labels come here, set up a satellite office, and end up leaving? And obviously a lot of that comes down to infrastructure. So is there anything that you can speak on?
Let me tell you, right? The downfall of Atlanta as the mecca for the music business changed when LA and LaFace left. LaFace was the only company, because a lot of people came and they was getting checks. They weren't writing them. LaFace was the first, was like the biggest thing. The office was right there in Buckhead, this high-rise building. And you look at some of the biggest artists were coming out of there and they was cutting the checks. And LA went and took the job at Arista as the president.
So what's your like strategy, or what's your mindset on promotion and just getting the word out about something and taking something from just an unknown idea to something that can become like a One Music Fest?
Man, it's all about supply and demand. Everything we do, you know, in the consumer realm, it's just a supply and demand and creating a actual fan base. You can create a consumer, but if you look at like a lot of consumers aren't loyal. Even with artists, you look at art, it's a big difference from artists that have consumers and artists that have active fan base. Beyonce got a fan base, which is crazy, right? Kendrick got a fan base. Cole got a fan base. You know what I'm saying? Drake has a huge following, a huge consumer base, but like, I think he's a mix of the two. He got a fan base, but he also got like, you know what I mean, it's consumers. You know what I mean? But, and then you look at a bunch of artists who may come out and have 1 or 2 hits and people buy their stuff, but they're not buying the merch and all that. So when you look at a brand, when you start a brand, when you start a business, you have to be like, okay, like, am I starting a business to create a quick hitter, or am I looking for longevity? If you're looking for longevity, you have to create a fan base.